Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. How are you all? Super good, I hope. I hope you're having an amazing day. A fantastic day, Sophia. It's 3 a.m. Don't you yell at me. How dare you? Oh my goodness. Katie Bug and Unintended, thank you guys so much for subscribing. It looks like it's acting like you're brand new subs, but I don't think you are. But that's okay. Whatever it truly was. If you're brand new, what's up? If not, what's up? Steelix, thank you for the 33 months. Happy Sammy for the 35. Trusty Boy for the 15. Fritz Caff for the 29. Ryan Logan for the 21. And Bad Francis for the 26. This chat is so wholesome. I love it. Exactly. That's the goal, my dude. How are you guys? Hello. A happy weekend. Happy Saturday. I used to watch these all the time. I'm happy to have time to catch it. Welcome back. My Babu is trying to fall asleep. She's working hard at it. She's gotten into this terrible thing where, like, she feels like she needs to be holding, not terrible thing, but like she feels like she needs to be holding on to something while she falls asleep. So we've got like cuddles in there, right, for her to grab onto. But she prefers to be holding onto a pacifier. And I'm like, I would rather that we not have to put her to bed with like 3 fucking pacifiers in the crib, right? I would rather that there's one in her mouth and then there's cuddles, right? But sometimes then she just sits in bed talking to herself because she can't fall asleep very easily. It's pretty cute, though. Oh, sweet girl. My niece used to do the same. Yeah, Sam was like a real intense pacifier baby. I was not, but I sucked my thumb for a long time. But Sam, I guess, like, used to walk around with like 4. And I'm like, I refuse. I can't. Like I'm not. She's fine. She feels like she needs them to fall asleep. Like, she doesn't need them during the day. Unless, like, she's teething really bad, then she really likes to have one. But during the day, for the most part, she just doesn't have one at all. But when she goes down for a nap, she feels like she needs 10. I'm like, you're okay. I graduate college today. Henyatta, congratulations. Oh my gosh. Welcome to the workforce. But I need them. Yeah, it's interesting how easily kids like get attached to a thing. And I'm sure that it's even easier when it starts off as like, well, I have the binky in my mouth and I like having the binky. And sometimes she would take the binky out of her mouth and just walk around with it in her hand for a while, right? So then it became, well, I like having one in my hand, but I also want one in my mouth. And I'm like, no. You don't need that. I think you're okay. Yeah, apparently E3 stuff is going on right now. Shows you how much I pay attention. Apparently E3 stuff's going on right now. The group chats that I'm in with other like gamers are all talking about stuff. I'm not. It's just EA.
Welcome,
I bet it's been delightful. Gamers. Oh, Apex stuff. EA barely counts. That's not true. I know that we all like to goof about EA, but they're still a major publisher. I'm sure that they're showing a lot of stuff. What's she doing? She's just flailing. She's just flailing. She's talking to the elder gods. She was doing this thing when she took a bath yesterday. So we have babies really want to stand up in the bath, like really bad, like toddlers. They really want to stand up in the bath. She's at the age now where she doesn't have like a seat or a thing to lay in or any of that. Like it's pointless, right? So she's just in the bath with a friction mat. I can't remember what they're called, but a non-slip mat, right? So most of the time she's really good about just like staying on her butt and like scooching around. But the thing that she always wants to stand up for is the actual like faucet for the tub. Babies really want to play with those to the point that if you go to a baby store, I'm going to turn you down a little bit, honey. Not because I don't love you, but because you're a little bit loud. When you go to like a baby store in the like bath toy area, there will be all kinds of things that are like meant to cover the faucet. Because if a baby were to stand up and then slip and bash their head on it, it would not be good, right? So there are like soft things that you can put on them. So we have one that looks like a kind of like a weird elephant sort of thing. So she'll reach up and touch that, but she knows she's not supposed to stand up, right? So she kept doing this thing yesterday where she has lots of little like sea creatures as toys, and one of them is an octopus, and she kept insisting on standing up to put the octopus on top of the elephant. I was like, why are you doing this? Cthulhu probably told her to. That's all I can come up with. I had a whale faucet cover when I was little. Adorable. I don't remember having a faucet cover. The things that I remember from bath time the most are that... Oh, I heard that. Did we stand up and fall over? Yeah, we might have. She's okay though. She's literally right above me. So if she like falls and like slams against the side of the crib or something, I can hear it. So I was like, yeah, the things that I remember the most from bath time are that my mom at some point got me this foam. It was like a spray foam that I could write on the bathtub like walls with. And it was awesome. And I was obsessed with it to the point that I used it all like really fast. And I was like, I need more. I want more. And my mom like couldn't find it either. As a now parent, I wonder, was it my mom couldn't find it, or it was such a fucking pain in the ass to clean it off the sides of the tub later that she was like, I don't know, honey, I just couldn't. I guess it's not there. We had crayons like that. Oh man, yeah. There are lots of little little like magnetic things that are like all of the ABCs, or like little like pictures of mermaids or pirates or things that you can get to put on the sides of the tub so that the kids will like be able to play with something and not be like standing up. And I keep thinking, oh man, I gotta get those. Yeah, I took baths alone when I was really young too. I feel like my memory is so fuzzy about how old I was because I didn't take baths for very long. Like I transitioned into showers really early. My whole family was like, they're shower people. Nobody takes baths like just for fun. It's not a thing. Which I've talked about before because like I only as an adult ever appreciated baths once I started dating Sam, because Sam's family is all obsessed, like all of them obsessed with taking baths. And I was like, what the fuck? But they're very relaxing, it turns out. Yeah, as a little kid, I really enjoyed bath time, but I remember being so little. The shocked Pikachu face you do when you realize your parents probably lied to you about stuff like that. The one that cracks me up is when I think about all of the things that I used to do and I thought I was so sly. And looking back, I'm like, my parents probably knew. Like, I probably felt like such a gangsta. Like, I was getting away with so much in my house, but I probably wasn't. My parents probably knew everything that I was doing. And we're just like, just let her think that she got away with it. It's fine. I'm a 6'4" tall woman. I can rarely fit in a standard bathtub. That is my husband. My husband is also 6'4", and yeah. So that's the one thing, right? In the time that Sam and I have lived together, Sam's ability to take a bath comfortably is far and few between. It's like very rare. But Sam's because everybody in Sam's family is like near 6 foot or over 6 foot. They have a huge bathtub in their family house. So when I take a bath in that tub, I literally feel like I'm going to drown because I can't hold on. So I have to like put the water up, not super high. Cause if it's up too high, then I can't do it. But I have to, no, the opposite. I have to put the water up super high so that when I'm in it, I can hook my arms around the side to hold myself in place because otherwise I will just fucking like sink. It's so big. Who's the tallest person on Sam's side of the family? I want to say that Sam and Ollie are the same height. I know that I think Nancy's 6 foot. I think Molly and Mom are 5'11". I think. If any of them are watching, they're going to correct me. And then I think all of the dudes are 6'2", 3', 4", somewhere in there. Yeah, they're all tall. They're all tall. It's crazy. No one's obviously taller than Sam. No, but you have to also remember that I'm 5 foot. So when I look at them, I just see a sea of Sam height people. I'm like, you all seem about the same size. Yeah, I'm convinced Clark is going to be tall, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. As a tall person, it's nice to be around other tall people. It's easier on the neck. I bet that's true. As Sam and I have like talked about living in England, it's interesting the sort of things that Sam prioritizes, because for him, he knows that a lot of I love older homes, right? And Sam is like, but a lot of the older English homes are really cramped, and he's like a big boy. So we're just like, where can we live that has kind of the old feel for me, but is more open for Sam, because otherwise he's literally going to bang his head on everything. This house, he bangs his head on shit all the time. I feel so bad. Yeah, Spectre, that's literally what we're looking at is barn conversions, redone farmhouses. That sort of stuff is the money for what we're looking for, where it's older structure, but reconfigured to be a home and has really high ceilings because it was a barn, that sort of stuff, where this would be perfect. So there's actually a lot of places like that in England right now, which is really cool. So just build a new house. I don't want a new house. That's the point. Sam would happily live in like a modern new home. I would get over it. Like if that was the only option for him to be able to comfortably live his life, I would get over it. But I like old charm. I don't like modern homes at all. So
Welcome, you fine cat-loving.
Dodger is an old
burrito
soul.
babe.
No, I grew up in kind of like a mishmash house. Like our house was literally it was a shack. And my siblings will never get over the fact that I am the only member of the family who didn't have to live through this time. But my family literally, like, my dad moved them into a shack on 100 acres of land. Right? And was like, we'll make it into our dream home. And they were like, fuck this. This is awful. But they did it. Like the rest of the house was built around a shack. So, like, and we had like old barn, old, like all kinds of just like crazy mishmash shit on this farm. And I love that. I don't know. A lot of homes in England aren't made of wood, and my brain like highly associates wood with homes, and I don't know why. So like for me, there's something really comforting about looking at like barn conversions and things because they have these big wood beams all over the place. And I love that shit. Yeah, there's a lot of personality in homes that have been lived in or buildings that have like history to them, I think. And I know that a lot of that, again, I realize that a lot of that is me just like placing that on it. Being like, it's been around longer. But I honestly think it's just aesthetic for me. If I'm being totally honest, I think it's just aesthetic. Like I don't like the look of new homes now. Even this home, even this house, like sometimes some of the things in this house I'm like, it's so weird. So why is it like that? It's just so like blocky and angular and like hard and cold, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Have you seen the Japanese Sherlock show called Miss Sherlock? I have not. Is it great? You would hate my house. I have a lot of family and I have a lot of friends who are full on like into that modern look and into like full like color minimalism and like all of these things. And I can appreciate how it looks 100%. I can look at it and say like, wow, that's really beautiful. I just wouldn't want to live in it. It's not comfort for me, if that makes sense. Weasley home is goals. Yes. Like for me, homey is, and it doesn't need to mean that there's like shit everywhere, right? Like I've talked a lot about the fact that I'm trying to be less of a pack rat. I'm trying to have less things. But I think that there's like a color palette and a type of furniture and a type of home that for me is like comfort, you know? And the idea of living in a house that doesn't have items that sort of feel like that, I can't imagine it. I want an old A-frame cabin style home. I love A-frame houses. Yeah. I want everything to fit like Tetris. I like So I found another like really satisfying like cooking channel to watch. What was it called? Hold on. The second I say it, you guys are going to be like, "Oh yeah, obviously, that one." It should show up in my like most recent stuff that I've watched. Oh, come on. You were doing nothing but recommending this guy to me yesterday. Come on. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. So there's like a surge of interesting. Yeah, my watch history. Where is that? History. Here we go. Peaceful Cuisine. There it is. Peaceful Cuisine is the channel. There's like an interesting surge of videos that like don't have narration, that are shot like beautifully with no narration. Most of the time don't have music. And it's either somebody like building something or cooking something, and like it's just shot like beautifully. And I've been watching a decent number of videos like that and stumbled onto this guy, and he's so smart. So smart. Here's why. So from what I can tell, he does entirely vegan food. At least so far it seems that way. Everything is shot impeccably. And he splits his videos up. So he'll take the same video, right? And he'll upload it once with music and once without music. And he's got a playlist that's like ASMR cooking videos, and those are the ones without music. And then he's got the normal ones. And I'm like, holy shit. You are so fucking smart. Because I had a preference. I realized while watching it, I was like, I highly prefer them without music. I like just hearing like the spoons in the cups, and I like hearing like him opening packaging and mixing things. And I was like, yeah, that's so smart to have them separate. And he gets to double dip on the same fucking video. It's like, God damn it. What a smart boy. You want to know how I found him actually, though? This is what's weird. He did a video where he did pottery. And I was looking there was a specific type of like plate that I kept seeing. And I can't even remember what it was called, but there's a specific type of plate that I kept seeing. And I was like, I wonder how you make those. So I just went on YouTube, because obviously I just went on YouTube and I was like, how to make this type of plate. And he made one on his channel. And it wasn't until I went to the channel that I realized like, oh, he only does food videos. That's so weird. But yeah, Peaceful Cuisine. Watch this fucking channel. It's amazing. Here's my other favorite thing though, is that he did a what I eat in a day video, which I think is really rare for like this type of channel to do a video that's such a like normally like personal vlog kind of thing. But it was so funny because he does like all of these like really cool food videos that are so well produced. And in his what I eat in a day, it's still like very well done. But he's just like, I'm gonna make oatmeal and a protein shake. I've eaten the same breakfast for the last 2 months. Anyway, see you at lunchtime. It's so funny. Just like, what the fuck? Like, oh, shit. Let me see if I can find the video of him making the plate. Yeah, kohiki plate. How to make a kohiki plate. This was the first video that I watched by him. And then realized that all he does is food. And that this was like a super outlier video. It's so funny. Shit. Yeah. I've eaten oatmeal for 30 years. Busts out Kane. Oh, I didn't realize that my phone was just like sitting on screen. Not that it matters. What if my mistress calls me? Is he Krendor's long lost brother? This is actually really funny. What have I watched? How to make a kohiki plate. And then I watched a bunch of Peaceful Cuisine videos. How to recycle HDPE bottle lids. That was a good video. I tweeted that video out. 15-pound tumbler polishing gemstones. That video was actually really funny. Because it's like a husband and wife who seem, the entire video, they seem completely blazed out of their mind. And they're just like, guys, we have a tumbler and we have a bunch of gems and we're going to make them beautiful. It's so fucking funny. I got really into my mechanics videos, so I started watching some restoration videos. Okay, let's see. Oh, I watched the Bon Appetit chocolate chip cookie video. I don't know if I would like them though. It's a lot of butter. There's a lot of butter in these cookies. And then he was reading reviews of the cookie recipe. And somebody was like, they turned out really greasy. And he was like, oh, I mean, I guess they're very buttery. And I was like, I don't know if I'd like these. I don't know if I'd like these cookies. But I love Bon Appetit. Let's see, what else? A video about how to roast coffee beans in your house. Because I guess that's my life. The Rob Greenfield update, growing and foraging 100% of my own food, day 200. Fucking crazy, that shit. I watch all of his update videos because this project is so incredible to me. So this guy, Rob Greenfield, he decided that he was going to go to Florida. He moved into the backyard. He like set up a tiny house, like a really tiny house in the backyard of this lady's house who like was fully on board with the project. And he turned her front yard into a garden. And for the entire year has decided that he's going to either grow or forage all of his food. And it's not like his updates are crazy. And he's always really upfront about like, I'm really struggling with this. Like this sucks. This isn't working. It's fascinating. But it's super cool. Like the whole point of it is like, you know, so many of us have front lawns. What is the lawn for? We could be growing food on front lawns. Like there's so many people that don't have a backyard, like aren't growing anything, but we could all be growing our own food, or at the very least like growing plants that are really helpful to like the bee population and stuff like that. He like had never done most of this stuff before. Like he was brand new to it, so he's learning how to do all of it, and he's like making all kinds of mistakes and stuff. It's like really, really interesting. It's really interesting. And the whole idea of it is just to like inspire people. Like we could be more self-sufficient, basically. We watched the intro to Gummy Bears. We're at present day now. We watched the intro to Gummy Bears together yesterday. How to make homemade mozzarella cheese. Obviously. I don't know if you're seeing a theme. I don't know if you're seeing a theme with my watch history. A couple sorted food videos because I love those boys. And then a few royalty subs videos because I also love them. So, yeah. That's my watch history. from just today. No. I haven't watched anything today. But last night I watched a bunch of Royalty Soaps videos. They've been like really prolific lately, and I think it's because so originally it was just Katie, from what I understand. It was just Katie. I've been following Royalty Soaps forever, just so that we're all on the same page. I've been following Royalty Soaps forever. I love them because I love soap pour videos. They're very satisfying for me. And I found Royalty Soaps forever ago. And Katie just makes like all kinds of like really interesting soaps. Sometimes they're so elaborate that I'm like, I don't even know how you use that as soap, but it's still like so satisfying to like watch it be cut and see like the swirls and all that shit. I love it. So, yeah. So Katie brought her brother in on it, and I think that he edits all of the videos now, and he also like does some of the videos. And he like comes up with some of the soaps and is like a beginner basically, or like just learning right now. So that's been kind of cool. So like Katie will do things like people will submit, oh, I would love to see a soap like this, and she'll try to make it. But then you also have her brother who will be like, yeah, I wanted to see if I could figure out how to do this, right? As a newer soap maker, I want to try to do this. And they've been putting so many videos out. It's been awesome. I'm just like, yay. So, and Katie has a new baby. So sometimes you see her baby. It's just great. Royalty Soaps is really pure. Royalty Soaps is super pure. If you want to watch like a really cute channel about soap, go watch Royalty Soaps. It's great. I just learned what ricing means from their videos. I hadn't. Every now and then they'll say it in a video. They'll be like, "Oh man, it's ricing," and I didn't realize what that means. And I've learned now that ricing is. I know I am fangirling. I love Royalty Soaps. Ricing, I guess, is when you're making soap and you add in the fragrance, and depending on the fragrance, sometimes it causes the soap to like rapidly harden. So you'll add the fragrance in and go to stir it, and it's already like hardening, and then you're like, fuck, and you have to like pour it now. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm learning so much, but they're just really cute. They're really precious. So oh, right. And oh shit. And we watched the Schnappy videos. I forgot about that too. We watched Schnappy. What if I go really far back? What did I watch? Hold on. I'm going to just bam. Jenna Marbles, I want a new face video. Good. Good. Italian grandma makes canned tomato sauce. That video is amazing. Yo, that video is great though. This video is literally like this little Italian grandma, and she makes so much fucking tomato sauce in one go. It's awesome. Yeah, there's that video. I watched a video about minimalism. Again, like I can appreciate it. This is kind of adjacent to what I was saying before. I can appreciate it, and I think that like minimalist homes are beautiful. I can't imagine living in it though. And I think that I can live more mindfully, more sustainably, if we want to use buzzwords. I can live more mindfully and sustainably and be more aware of like my impact and still have like creature comforts in my house that make my home feel like warm and comfy. You know, I can be more aware about like clutter and not being a pack rat and still